FDA. So the FDA has issued a recall for the Power Stick deodorants because of a deviation from their current good manufacturing practices. 3 specific varieties were pulled from shelves, okay? That means basically that the company that makes the product failed their quality control testing. Somehow it slipped through the cracks, and these products made its way to the store shelves at some of the very same places that we love to shop at. That's a problem. The first one, Power Stick for Her, Powder Fresh, over 21,000 cases. Spring Fresh Invisible Protection, over 22,000 cases. And then you have the original Nourishing, that's almost over 70,000 cases of deodorant. And if you've been using any of these deodorants, then you need to stop using them right now, immediately. You can go check the report for yourself at cbsnews.com. You can also check the FDA.org website and look up the brands and the UPC code so that you can figure out what codes go with which product. Now, this recall happened about 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't already heard about it, then you've heard it from me here first. I've used similar deodorant brands like this before every single day until I started experiencing irritation issues with my skin as well. I used to actually get and develop little spongy knots underneath my skin, under my armpits, and they used to be tender to the touch, and I knew that that's not something that's normal that should be happening. First of all, I would notice it. Then it would take up to 2 to 3 weeks before I noticed that it would go away on its own. But it started doing that off and on, and that started to reoccur throughout, me using those types of products with chemical-based products. And so I just eventually made the decision to switch myself off of those types of products so I wouldn't have to deal with those harsh chemicals and not experience those skin irritations. It really caused me to be worried every time that happened to me. And I know I can't be the only one who's experienced this. I don't have any more issues like that whatsoever. And I think that you should do the same thing. If you're shopping on Amazon, you need to make sure you're checking the product detail page. When you click on the product, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and you should see a section where it says product details. Down there, you will see a section where it has all the information like the UPC code numbers. And that's where you need to be looking when you shop online so that you know where to look and what to look for. Now, we know that recalls are not new. They've been happening on and off throughout the years. Pretty much every month, every week, there's something new. But like, for instance, there was this recall back in 2021. I think they had a recall for Old Spice, which is a popular brand, as well as Secret, like the deodorant brand. I used to use Secret, and that was due to a contamination of benzene. That's a known carcinogen, or it causes cancer. I know this firsthand because I used to test benzene when I used to work in the laboratory. It is not a safe or healthy product. It is an actual chemical that should not end up in our products. It is not healthy to use or consume. And that's why it's important to know that it's not about this recall or that recall, but it's about being more aware of the products that we consume and the things that we put in and on our body, because most of these brands use the same formulation. That means they're using the same ingredients in all of their products across the board, whether it's shampoo, deodorant, whatever. So the next time you go to the store to get your personal items, you're going to look for at least 3 hidden chemicals. The first one you're going to look for is aluminum. So aluminum is going to be found in most of your deodorants or antiperspirants, either aluminum chloride or aluminum chlorohydrate. They are not healthy chemicals. So they did a study back in 2017 and found that women who used aluminum-based deodorants multiple times during the day before the age of 30 had increased breast cancer risk. That's a scary finding. So you should be aware of things like this so that you can know what to avoid when you go shopping. Why take the risk when you know what to avoid and you know what to do? Switch it out to a natural brand every so often, and then, so you're not using it consistently over a long period of time. So the second hidden chemical that you need to look for is parabens. So they have parabens in everything from deodorant, shampoos, soaps, hair wash, everything, shower gels. It's in everything. It's used as a preservative, but in the body, it mimics estrogen, and that can disrupt or throw off your hormones and create a hormonal imbalance. This is what causes issue with your energy levels or your mood swings, and you're wondering why you can't keep your energy levels up. Things like this contribute to things like that. Then you have the third hidden danger, which is the synthetic fragrances. They use those to make the product smell good. All those flowery smells or fruity scents that they put in our shower gels and body sprays sprays and things like that. That's what those are. And I did some research and I found that the average fragrance contains about 14 chemicals, and those chemicals are not even listed on the label. Those chemicals can also cause a disruption with the endocrine system and also impact our overall wellness. Well, you might ask, what am I going to use? They have this chemical in just about all the products. They have many natural based products out there. I notice a lot of major brands are starting to switch over to natural based formulation in their products. I'll show you an example. So the next time you go to the store, you pick up your deodorant you like to use. This is a Dove brand here. You turn it on the back. You look at the drug facts where it says active ingredients. This one says aluminum zirconium. Okay, that is the chemical that I'm talking about. You want to make sure you avoid it if you're going to look for more natural based products, because that is one of the chemicals found in these products that you need to look for. So this would not be a good option, right? I have another brand here. This is Hello. This one smells natural and fresh as well. And their ingredients list on the back. They have mostly natural ingredients back here, but it does not mention anywhere on the back aluminum. So this one would be a safe choice to use. They're not expensive, okay? This one I think was about $5 or a little bit under. I found this at Walmart. Then I have Dr. Teal's. This is the one I'm currently using. I know everybody should have heard of Dr. Teal's. Find this at Walmart. Also, you can find the Hello at Walmart and other stores too, and some of the, drug stores like CVS, places like that. Dr. Teal's has aluminum free on the front. It mentions that it's aluminum free. It has magnesium in there as well, eucalyptus essential oil, and it also has shea butter and arrowroot powder. Those are all good natural ingredients that you want to look out for when you go shopping. This one smells good. It keeps me fresh. I just started using this one. I think it smells pretty good. So I'm going to use this one, and I might switch out and try another natural brand to see how I like it. But if you come across this in the store, go ahead and pick it up and give it a try. So like I said, there are many alternatives out there that actually work. You just have to look for them. Some of them you might have to spend a few extra dollars, compromise on the price, but I would say that's better than using the chemical brands that could definitely lead to health issues down the road. So we want to try to at least minimize that as much as we can. Like I said, you want to look for aluminum-free deodorants. You want to look for ingredients like coconut oil, shea butter, like I mentioned here. Coconut oil, is a good antimicrobial. Shea butter is good to help nourish and keep the skin moisturized. And then you're going to have, some of them have essential oils like tea tree that's going to help replace the fragrance and then help it make it smell good. And the essential oils are also antimicrobial as well. And then you have brands like Native and Schmidt's. You can always make your own DIY deodorant, right? You only need 3 simple ingredients: coconut oil, baking soda, and arrowroot powder. If you can get those 3, you can make your own, and you can always put your own essential oil and blend it in there to make it smell good. And it should last for a really long time. You can buy those little containers, the deodorant containers. You can find these anywhere. Amazon have them. Mix up your little formulation and put it in here. Let it solidify, and you have your own natural deodorant. Another thing to look out for is that there could potentially be a transition period if you're switching off of the chemical brands and switching to more natural based brands. I didn't really have a transition period. I didn't notice no more sweating, no more less or more sweating than I did before I switched off. Some people may be a little bit more sensitive to that than others when it comes to switching off and weaning yourself off of some of these brands. Like, I really don't think it would be a big deal. I don't think you would have to walk around smelling like a bucket of onions, right? But at the end of the day, the thing is that we have to realize how much we consume on a daily basis when we use these personal care products. I also read that the average person consumes up to 12 to 15 different chemical products on a daily basis, and that could expose us to over 100 chemicals in a day. That's a lot when you think about it. So you want to make sure you put your health first before anything else. And I do understand that it can be hard coming off of things that we've been using for so many years and for so long. But like I always say, small baby steps. If you can wean yourself off of it, like I said, switching out the product. So I just wanted to bring this information to you to let you know that this is an urgent recall that's happening, and where to go to find any other recalls in the future. I'll put the links in the description. But the most important thing to do when you go shopping and next time you go to get your personal care products, read the labels, avoid aluminum, parabens, and synthetic fragrances. Those are the main three that you need to look out for. Learn how to wean yourself off of some of these chemical harsh brands. It doesn't take a lot to do it. You just need to put forth the action and do it. I mean, if you care about your health, you need to remember that your health truly is our wealth. And we're talking about prevention here because prevention is going to be better than treatment because we can fix the issue before it becomes a bigger problem in the first place. So if this video has opened your eyes to the way that you see personal care products, then go ahead and like this video, share it out with someone who may find it useful. And also, if you like, put in the comments what products would you like me to review or to talk about next. And I'll see you guys in the next video.